Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we are back in Kerbal Space Program Hardcore Mode. This is the series in which I am playing Kerbal Space Program in hard mode. I did do my further disservice of lowering the science rate down to just 30% of what it normally is. And in case people that don't know, one of the big things I think that comes from playing it in hard mode is that you can't quick save, you can't revert launches, whatever happens happens. And speaking of whatever happens, these guys were on a mission to fix this rover. I have this contract here, finished construction of a rover on the surface of Minmus, and I need to move the rover. I don't know, there's a waypoint around here somewhere, but not very far. And there's no pro body, there's no command seat. There is some electricity, there are some fuel cells, which is kind of weird, but and some other stuff on it. And well, you see, I got my crew here, and Taborn here's a pilot. It's good. It's nice to have a pilot. Bob here's a scientist. It's nice to have a scientist, because I was thinking about the science to collect, and there is science to collect. Except for the fact that I need an engineer in order to repair the rover. And I realized that very shortly after putting these folks down onto the service. So, yeah, I can't do this contract. So what we're going to need to do is I am going to collect the science that's available here. As you can see, we are in Minmus's Midlands. And we have collected stuff, though not the gravity science. That's new. So we're going to collect that science. We're going to transmit what we can. We're going to take back up to our station what we can. Thankfully, I do have a station in orbit about Minmus. It's got tons of fuel. We'll refuel up this lander, come down with an engineer, and we'll do this proper like. So let's grab ourselves some of this science here. So we have temperature scan, we have an atmospheric analysis, we have a mystery goo. Grab that. Seismic science, gravity science. We'll transmit what we can. There it is, transmitting on the side. I'm hoping oh, I got tons of electricity on this thing. That's not going to be an issue. And I kind of want to get up pretty quickly because as we wait, the Minmus continues to rotate, and these orbit of our station, right, you can see is rotating away from us. I could wait till we're on the other side, but I don't want to wait that long. It's Minmus. All the sort of orbital changes and all that stuff don't take too long. We got a material study. We'll grab that. And we can get Bob out, and he can do himself some stuff. Oh, that's from Kerbal Engineer there. I think he has the science kit for swinging golf balls. Woo! But I got me a feeling I might have already done this. Perform EVA science. This might be a great big zero. That said, we can bring it back up to the station and process it in the lab still if this is a zero. So it's not a complete waste of time if it's a zero. Let's see what we get. It's a zero, but we'll take a surface sample and we'll do an EVA report. An EVA report, again, it's a zero, but we can process that in the lab. Okay, we're done. We're done. Nothing else left to do. I find using this to get back is better than trusting the ladders. Board. Okay. Retract this. All right, let's get ready to go back up. But we'll be back soon. I will be back soon. So here's our station. So we'll set that as a target. As you can see, make sure you go the right way. It's going from south to north as it comes over us. So what we need to do is just simply launch towards the north. And I think I'm just going to do it. Engines are already engaged. Not quite sure which way north is, but I can see it on the Navball. So let's put this on orbit. There we go. Up we go. Over. Oh, north is that way, eh? Oh my gosh, my SAS is off. Oh, that's really special. Thankfully, they're fairly flat ground here. I didn't have this on. Ah, we're off to a great start. Okay, here we go. So there's our station. I can see it, but I don't think we'll be getting to it quite that quickly. And there, it's about 12 kilometers. We'll let that go. I'm not going to collect any more science. We're done. Hello, Oliver. Welcome. And, yeah, we got about 10 minutes to our apoapsis. And then we'll make our way over the station. We'll fuel up. And we'll get ourselves back down. Actually, Bob needs to go out and collect all of this various science equipment. So once we're in a stable orbit and we've set up our rendezvous, I'll get him to do that. Whoop. Too quick, little jittery on the time warp button. Okay. Snap that to prograde. The other thing I want to do, because I do have a contract to harvest some ore from Minmus. So what I want to do is kind of make a ore harvesting base. That's not all going to happen in just one stream, but that's sort of like the next phase of what I'm thinking about. I'm just looking at my apogee at the same time. The other thing I need to do too, and I didn't even think about this, is I don't have one of those scanners to scan for ore. So I don't know where the high concentrations are and low concentrations are, so I kind of do need to look for that. Alright, let's do a little time warping here. Won't take too much to complete our insertion. That's pretty good. Okay. Next. Let's think about getting ourselves to the station. So I deliberately am in a very different orbit from the station. I got this coming up real quick. Unless this is going to give me a good encounter right away, I'm going to not go there, but I doubt it will. It's nice when your inclination is different. Oh my gosh, that's not far off. Burn's coming up real soon, too. Maybe... It's nice to do these at either the A end or the D end. I could alternately just simply use this as an opportunity to... Why don't I use this as an opportunity to... Yeah, let's fix our inclination. Let's change minds here. I'm going to do this. Just get the inclination to be relatively close to being... Oh, look at that. I'm getting... except the burns... Okay, we're going to force this. Let's push this a little bit forward. Just do this real quick like. Oh, maybe not. Alright, forget it. I was rushing myself too much. There. Why won't that delete? Go away. Delete. We'll set this up down this way. Okay, what happens if I pop this ahead in orbit? Or fix my inclination. That's the smarter things. Just fix your inclination, for goodness sakes. Stop being a dingleberry. Fix your inclination, then make the rendezvous. If you do both at the same time, it is more fuel efficient, but I don't really think I need to worry about that. Plane changes around Minmus are pretty cheap. A little retrograde on that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Just pulling positive normal. And a little retrograde. No positive normal. And then I can just do the rendezvous where I feel like it. What's that? PE and AP. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, we'll make that burn. We'll make that burn. Well, you're very welcome there. Is it Stormworks guy for the tutorials? I'm very glad that they're helpful to people. Maybe I should point this in such a way that the sun is going to help me out. And we'll get Bob out. Sometimes I think I'm in a bad mood when I got MCL-01, your name sucks. I don't know the history behind that. That's a flag probably down there. Okay, Bob's going to go out and he's going to collect all sorts of science. Take data, store data, let go. You know what? I just realized too, we should do the EVA science experiment thing with the wing nut here. Again, this is a 0, but we can process it in the lab. I don't think I did this last week. At least I don't recall doing it. Okay. And now it's just about... So, collect and reset. Take the data there, take that data, take that data. Take that data. Is there anything here to take? I don't think there is. Nope. And material study, collect and restore. Okay. Okie doke. Where is the... Yeah, the RCS thrusters around Minmus can actually... They definitely do affect your orbit. There is enough delta V in one of these RCS packs to actually get into orbit from the surface of Minmus. Alright, let's get ourselves to that, that maneuver. And again, this one's just to do the plane change. And then we'll rendezvous. Watch it from here. Watch the, oh, it's showing that. Okay. Guess that's not so useful. Well, here, you'll see what I'm doing better from this. The plan is to get these folks back. They did some science on the surface of Minmus there, Brian, and they're heading back to the station right now. And then we're gonna get an engineer and we're gonna come back. That was weak, but what you gonna do? All right, just a few more seconds here. Oh, we're coming over a pole, too. I can tell by the way the Navball's behaving. That looks pretty good. I'm just doing that with the eyeball. I wasn't even looking at the maneuver node. 0.3. Sure, it's fine. It's good enough. Okay. Let's facilitate ourselves a rendezvous. So we are, we just missed our opportunity, which I'm not surprised by because we were getting very close to a maneuver just a moment ago, right after we launched. But we're in the lower orbit, so we're going faster. So we got to wait until we're all the way around and caught up again. So this might take a little bit, unfortunately. So let's pop ahead orbits. Oh, that was the one. Back again. Forward in time. Is that getting better? I think it's getting better. It's getting better. That is a 2 kilometer separation right now. Oh, it's getting worse if I go that way, so we go the other way in time. I'm only jumping by 1 second intervals. I have it set really low. Okay, I saw 400 meters, which is more than good enough. And 400 meters it is. Unfortunately, that burn's not coming up. It's going to come up in a couple of hours. What if I shut down this engine? Wow, do I get that much more activity out of still a 1 second burn? Activate that engine. Shut down these engines. Just trying to get the burn time to be a little longer. Okay, and we'll play with the throttle, I guess. Oh, it's up to 2 seconds. To make sure to turn those engines back on when I'm through all this stuff. Alright, 3 second burn. I think I'm getting enough solar electricity. I am, so put this on here, and we'll just time warp to that. Okay, we can put that on target. Oh, I'm on target on that Navball. Just noticed that. We must have come pretty close to it. Is that it up here? That's it there. Thankfully, it's Minmus Station. We're coming for you. Okay, I'm going to start a little early and just not go to full throttle because we're such a little burn. Okay, something's not right here. Son of a... Something was lying to me there. We'll make it work. There was no way that was 3 seconds. Okay, overcooked it a bit. There we go. 650 meters, thereabouts. That's fine. Let's put that back up. Let's also activate these other engines. Okay, we're going to be there in 30 minutes. Where was it? We can see it up here. Kind of sometimes just like watching... Oh, we came over the pole. But the whole orbital mechanical dance. How we kind of went past it, but we're slowing down because our altitude is increasing. While the station is remaining at a relatively constant speed. And so we end up passing it, but then we slow down, and then it catches up to us. So kind of we pass below it, but now we're coming up to it again. Okay, a little over 2.5 minutes away. See if we can adjust our course a little. For those people new to the series, that is an asteroid there. I did myself the silly move of attaching my station to an asteroid, serving no purpose whatsoever. But I had an asteroid and I had to do something with it. I do have another asteroid. Ooh. Oh no. What is this? Science? Oh, I got a... I've forgotten what that is. I got science probe coming to periapsis. Oh, I remember what that is. Yes, I loaded a bunch of science onto a probe. It's on its way back to Kerbal. Can't forget about that. But I have this science probe thing. But I also have another asteroid that I'm keeping track of too, because I have another contract. Actually, I have 2 more contracts to recover some asteroids. One is to take an A-class asteroid, bring it down onto Kerbal's surface. And the other is to take, I think, a B-class asteroid and bring it in orbit around Eve. Both of which sound rather fun. Alright, I'm going for that docking port right there. You're the one. We're heading right at it. It's perfect. Slowing down would be a good idea. control from here. And we're going to be heading off again pretty short order. But we do have to wait, of course, until we are over. That's good. Spinning around. Slow down. We do have to wait until the rover passes underneath us again, unfortunately. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Line her up. I do have the Navball docking alignment indicator mod, which is what's putting this little red icon on there to help you line up the docking ports. It does make life simpler. I like simpler. And here we are at our station. Beautiful. Okay. So, oh, what is happening? That doesn't look healthy. It's still attached. Because I can see it's not going anywhere, but it's sort of... Ugh, I don't know what happened there. I do want to reuse this thing to get my A-class asteroid back to Kerbal. So I do want to... I don't want to lose that. But that's for the future. Bob. I'm going to leave Toborn right in the lander. Unless I... Well, we'll see. I'm going to level up some crew. Can we do some leveling up? We were just on the surface of Minmus. Bob and Toborn have gotten experience, but neither leveled up. Zambinus, have you been down to the surface of Minmus? You've orbited Minmus, obviously. Okay. How come... Doesn't say here that Bob was on the planet of Flag on the surface of Minmus when he was there. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. But what Bob is going to do... Actually, yes. He is going to... No. Sorry, we want to take a look at the science we have in here and decide what we're going to process and what we're going to store somewhere else. So let's review all this data. That we're going to take home with us. That we're going to take home with us. That we're going to take home. Anything that's of any reasonable value. This magnetometer report. Let's take it home with us. That's being processed. 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 33 science, we'll take that home with us. That's being processed. That's being processed. That's coming home with us. Home, home. Home, home. Okay, that's good. And now Bob's going to take what's here. Take that data. And he's going to store it over in this spacecraft here. Because this is the spacecraft which eventually will be coming home with us. Is there... I don't know where... Okay. Why are there 11 experiments in both? Oh, because those are the 11 I got. Never mind. So it doesn't matter which one I store it in. Okay. Store it. Alright. Bobby Bob. Sneak your way through here. Up through here. And board. Alright. And in our science lab, what's the situation now? We have, we've almost filled it up with data. We have 637 data. We can hold up to 750. And we're producing 9.5 science per day. Sweet. Sweetness. Okay. Hello, old scent. And I'm sure there are people there I missed. Alright. So I am concerned about this thing. Now there is there monopropellant aboard? I'm debating whether I should just reattach it. But I just want to make sure there is monopropellant aboard before I end up doing something foolish. Here we are. Oh, there's tons. Okay. So I think what I shall do is release, because I just don't like this hanging in the, you know what I mean. Okay, SAS on. Let's turn on one of these sets of reaction wheels, toggle the torque. Okay, RCS, back away. Target the center of mass of the asteroid. Not that we really do have to target the center of mass. This is still armed, right? Let's disarm and arm it again. Oh, that's okay. So center of mass of the asteroid is the center of mass of this whole object, because you can see how the station's pulling the center of mass downwards. So what we're going to do is roll this way. Is we're going to, can I thrust? Oh, that's not up, up, up. What's up? Which way's up? That's not up. That's down. That's up. Up ain't up. Okay, and then that's going to come up here about a little bit. Okay, let's thrust down. Rest that. And forward. Oh, I should just turn this thing so that up is up. This way? Yep. A little bit of velocity here. That looks pretty good. Aim for the dark spot. I'm aiming for a spot where it's... Oh, I thought it was relatively flat. Yeah, the dark spot's not bad, is it? Whoops. A little sideways. Aim for the dark spot. There we go. Then we'll toggle that off that torque again. Okay, so in the meantime, we are going to take Fuzzy One, our engineer, who should be down here. Yep. And I'm transferring him into the lander as we speak, so I don't make that same mistake again. Oh, now Taborn has to plant a flag on Minmus. Plant, yeah. Fuzzy One hasn't. Should I bring down some business? There's no more science to do. I do have a probe core aboard the lander, but I won't have all these. Yeah. Let's take Taborn out of there. We'll put some business. So we don't need a pilot. Transfer Taborn out into here. And here we are transferring, just so that they all have a chance to go down to the surface of the moon. Transfer Zambinis into the lander. Oh, and then we got to fuel up. Fuel up. Fortunately, I made the mistake of putting a ton, making the fuel on the lander simply a ton of Oscar P fuel cans. So it's a lot of fuel tanks. There. And there. And this one. Okay. And out and out. And we'll make sure to put in more monopropellant too. Yeah, I've never played Wicked Wood Gaming. Talked about trying to do stuff like this on console. I've never heard anything but misery from people that talk about the console version, and I honestly can't imagine Look, everything feels so mouse driven. Okay, tanks are almost full, and monopropellant tanks too. How are we sitting with our lander? There's our there's the Waypoint lander. Let's target that lander. Oh. Interesting. Is it not a lander? Oh, not a lander. It's a rover. Dope. Rover. And it is this unfinished rover. That's what we're going to target. Well, that's not going to work anyway right now because I'm still on the station, silly. But this is around where we got to go. So we got to wait for it to come all the way. I don't want to do this in the night, so I got to wait for the Minmus to rotate all the way around to here. I got a feeling maybe, well, maybe not. Might be okay. Okay, what do we got? Is our fuel? Oh, no. It stopped it. It stopped it when I went to that view. Don't do that, then. Okay, that's that. And monopropellant. Again, on the lander, there is that the only oh, it's just, what's... There is a... Oh, no, there's 3 of them. Oh, there's some of them are on the other side. Jeepers. Why'd they come to the other side? Not... That's one of them, isn't it? Yep. That's one. That's one. That isn't, that isn't, that isn't. Okay. Keep that one. That one. Out. Oh, I hardly used up any monopropellant anyway. I'm just noticing. There's just the 3. Yep. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Let's start time warping until we'll center this on Minmus until our waypoint here comes around here-ish, and then we'll start thinking about going down. Also watching the time up here. Our science probe is on its way back to Kerbal. Hopefully we can get this silly mission done. I think this is looking pretty good. Now let's just get in the daylight and then we'll think about this descent. Ooh, I might have... Oh no, I think I'm okay. All right, should be just ready to go. So let's just undock. Undock. I'm still time warping. That does it. Undock. Back away. Everything's a little wobbly with the big asteroid on there. We're all fueled up. Did I turn on these motors again? I think I did. Yeah, and that's at full. It is. And I should have a seat. I should have some lights. That should be it. And here we have, they both have EVA packs, so I think we're good. You can see now I don't have the normal and radial parts to this, but I still have prograde and retrograde, so that should be fine. Okay, let's target that lander. That unfinished Minmus Explorer, and we can use MapSat to help us out once again. And we are coming over here, and oh, that's the flag that we dropped, so that's a good indicator of where we need to go. So you can see, okay, so the blue here is the orbit ahead of us, the orange is the orbit behind us, and you can see how on our next orbit, we're going to be a little bit off, but that's going to be the one we're going to go for. That one's definitely the closer one. Close that and just look at the small map. The smaller ship is torque wobbling, you think? This smaller ship here? Is that what you were referring to? Could have been. It was, even if I turn off all the reaction wheels, I get a little bit of that wobbling happening. Okay, so I want to start my descent around here-ish. I was like about a third of an orbit. I should have done an avoidance maneuver with the station, but I didn't. So hopefully everything will be fine on that front. Okay, about here. Retrograde, RCS off. Retrograde. Make sure we're not driving into the station. This is why you do the avoidance maneuvers. Ah, poop. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's 2.2 kilometers away. I think we'll be okay because I think we'll drop enough in altitude in that amount of time. Okay, I'm just going to do this preliminary one. I'm a little worried about the station. Okay, let's look at what's happening with the station. Okay, we're not coming in too fast, so hopefully we'll be able to avoid it. Show that little dot. There's the predicted landing spot. We're going to have to bring our trajectory over a bit. I'm pretty happy with this right now, I think. So a little further. Oh, I'm time warping. Stop doing that. Okay. And now I'm just going to watch the station. It's bothering me. And at about a quarter of an orbit, about here-ish, we'll do a plane change to pull this trajectory. I know from here it looks like we're going right over where we need to go, but Minmus is rotating, and this map takes that into account. We're missing the station. I was thinking, though, we go... Oh, we are going under it. Minmus is above us. We're all good. We're all good. Nothing to worry about. So right about here-ish, positive normal, I think, is the way to go. Let's put this back on orbit. There we are. Do a little test burn. I want to bring these blue dots more towards where that flag is. And that's the wrong way. I got it backwards last time, too. How am I getting that backwards? I don't know. Oh, it is anti-normal. I'm failing with my right-hand rule. For those that don't know the right-hand rule, imagine grabbing the orbit with your right hand, curling your fingers in the direction that the spaceship goes around. Your thumb will point in the direction of the normal vector. So the normal vector in that case is pointing to the left when I have it oriented this way. So this way, the way I want to go, to the right, is anti-normal. For some reason, I had that backwards. Here we go. So I want to get these blue dots right over where the flag is. Lovely. Okay. Don't need this anymore. Put this on surface. Extend our landing gear. Put this on retrograde. Put this on surface. Put this on, whoops, terrain. Roll it so the blue is up. And we are ready to go. If I hit the flag, it's like orbital mini golf. Yeah. Hit the pin. Okay, here we go. Now I can... Do I have what I should do? Yeah. No, let's... Oh, I do have a scientist. I'm not sure if I have mystery goos and stuff from Space Low, but let's just grab all this stuff and we'll process it again in case I don't. There is a gravity scan, apparently. Minmus, lowest lowlands. I don't think I've done that yet. A material study. And a magnetometer report. And then we'll get some... I'm glad I brought a scientist. It's worth having a scientist just to lose some of these piloting things. Now I can reset all this stuff. Collect, restore. Got a pretty view of Earth and the moon behind us there. Take that data. I don't think I took anything from the barometer. Nope. Nothing from that, and nothing from that, but there should be a mystery goo around here somewhere. Okay, and restore. And board. Okay. All right, trying this again. Here comes our target icon, I think. Oh, my flag, that's right. Don't be a doofus. This is my don't be a doofus flag. Okay. Let's start killing some of this velocity off. Keep that on surface. I don't want it on target. It should be essentially the same, considering the target's on the surface, but it kind of bugs me. Just bringing a red target guy nearby. It's good enough for now. Toborn did a pretty good job with this. I don't know who's the pilot here. Maybe this is being controlled from the station by Toborn. That's what I like to think. But we put it down pretty close before. Don't want to. Lovely to do a repeat. What's nice is this thing has lots of fuel, so so it makes, you know, makes it easier when you have extra fuel. All right, I can see this. I don't see my red target from. So a little more. I still don't see it. See it here. Still want to keep it past it. There is a waypoint to go after too. I can select that. But the waypoint, this is what I tried to land at before, and then someone pointed out, that's not where you land, the rover's over there, and then you got to drive the rover to the waypoint. So, thank you. That was pointed out to me last stream. That would have been a bad mistake. We're still like 2.5 kilometers up, so let's... I'm a little surprised I'm not seeing... There it is! There's my little target. I don't want to quite hit my thing there, but I want to be close. That's good. And I'm going to put you on retrograde. About 1.5 kilometers up. Start killing some of this velocity. Terrain scatters starting to show up. Don't hit the flag. Don't hit the rover. Try not to hit a rock. And I love the big target. It really does help. Beautiful. Okay, so we are down. We can open up our ladder here. And we got ourselves an engineer. Hopefully this is all that I didn't overlook something. So there's our previous flag. That's not necessarily where we landed. I think we are more in here. Pretty much the same distance. Let's do the science stuff again. Now this stuff we're not going to transmit. We are in the exact same biome we were before. And this stuff is all going to go up and get processed in the lab. That's the plan. We're not going to transmit it. We already did this once. And we're going to bring a bunch of it back home with us to Kerbal. But, okay, we're going to get Zambinus out. And we're going to collect science. I'm assuming I did a crew report and all that stuff too. Oh, I guess she doesn't have to collect it. Let go. There we go. Oh, wait. Hide that. But she can do an EVA report. She can do a surface sample. Actually, I think the EVA report we already did, as I recall. So let's delete the EVA report. Yep. Okay. So do I have the data? Review data. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the sample's there. Alright, let's get out our engineer and see if we can get some of this done. Do you have the EVA experiment? I had it last time, and there's no reason to do it again. And I'd done it... I had it last time. I actually had it many streams ago as well. So... And the one that I have, I'm currently processing in the lab, so there really isn't any need for another one. But I will plant a flag, because that is a little bit experience this time. Oops. A little experience for these two. Plant a flag. I've done multiple... This Minmus is a pincushion now with all these flags. I've done so many of these. So this time, engineer here. Let's fix this rover. Okay. So... Where is the cargo stuff? There. All right. So what I want these seats. So let's see. Can I take the seat? He can't carry the seat. It's too big. Okay. So what we're going to need, what are we going to need to do here? I guess I'll probably just put the seat on the ground and just kind of make my way over to the rover. Can you just drop it here? I'm paranoid. Yep. The seat's unfortunately too big. Oh, this will work. Okay, there is a light at the front. Let's see. Let's see where I can put the seat. Can we rotate this a little? Yep. I was thinking of putting it on here, but it feels kind of glitchy. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, let's see if we can board this thing and take control of it. Board. All right, we are in the seat. Can we turn this light off? Light off. Yes. We have electric charge. We do have fuel cells because there's liquid fuel and oxidizer, so we can turn that on. And we're now charging up our batteries. Excellent. Okay. Can we drive? SAS on. Unfinished Minmus Rover has no operational SAS manual. Okay. So SAS is not an option. The wheels are not. I can steer, but there's no drive. Motor's at 0. Okay, why can I steer but not drive? Motor disabled? Motor, there's a 0 on this. Brakes are on. Ha, maybe that's... Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, this is not... Oh, this is going to be an adventure. I did not build this thing. I do want to emphasize that. Boy, it could serve with some reaction wheels, that's for sure. Okay. Let's see. That motor is enabled. Okay, maybe disabling that motor is not a bad idea. Oh boy, and we are on the floor too. Okay, let's take the brakes off again. Except now... No, I have to use this motor because those are the only wheels that are on the ground. I think if we are very ginger with this, very careful, and operating it gingerly, we can get it there. Ah, it was not on the snap when I was constructing there. Okay, we can do this. So again, we got to go to this waypoint way over here. You can see that. It's 2 kilometers away. I might also strip this thing of some parts. It does have this antenna thing on it, narrowband scanner. That's kind of neat. It does have this surface scanning module. Oh, I'm gonna have to go so slow. If I thought ahead, I would have put brought a set of reaction wheels down for this. But do not run over Zumbinus. That would be bad. So I'm bringing it closer just so we can do some more construction to it. There we go. Okay, that was okay. That was not a crazy adventure. We can turn off our fuel cell. Got tons of electricity. And then we hardly used up any fuel doing that too. Okay, get out. How do you get out of the seat? You think I would know these things? Oh, deploy. What? Wait. Leave seat. Oh my God, I'm just so blind. Okay, so let's see if we can put another seat down in there for some minutes, because this is going to be a tandem. We're gonna go on a little road trip together. Okay, so let's put the snap on. Somebody was mentioning the snap. I also brought all these lights down for really no reason whatsoever. It really doesn't like that spot. I'm trying to spin her all around. Having the snap on doesn't seem to be, might even be making it worse for all I know. Let's see if this is a little better. No, it's just as crazy glitchy. So I'm just using the WASD keys to kind of roll it around and see if I can just... There. That looks lovely. It was a bit of an adventure, but that looks lovely. Let's see if we can swipe some parts here. Can I swipe this? Oh yeah, it's mine. That's mine. And then can I swipe that? Oh, it might be too big. It is 620. You know what? I'm not going to take it. Well, isn't this what you use to scan for ore? The narrowband scanner? I could put this on the station. This might be worthwhile. I think I am going to steal it. Let's see if we can stick it to the station somewhere that's not going to be too That's just for now, so I know it's in the center. I will have to check delta V's and make sure I didn't just add too much weight to this little thing. All right, in the seat you go. Board. Okay. Zambinis, you're coming too. If we're gonna die, we're gonna die together. Board. All right, how do they look together? Oh, that's awesome. They're only partially glitching. Okay, we're gonna put on the light. We're gonna turn on our fuel cells. And we're gonna very, very gingerly make our way towards that waypoint. Oh, I see all kinds of reaction wheels from the lander. Yeah, the reaction wheels in the lander are buried really deep in here somewhere. I think trying to get them out is going to be a bad idea. What else is it? Scanner gives finer details, but you need to do the other scan. Okay, so I'll do the big one. Thanks for that barcode. Now that all four wheels are on the ground, will it help to disable the front motor again? I just think it might fall over, but I'll try. Let's disable the front motor. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're off, brakes off. We're just gonna have to be cautious. Spinning. Okay, okay. We're off, we're off, we're off. On Minmus's slippery, slippery surface. ETA, it's under 15 minutes. I really don't want to go too fast. All right. Nice, leisurely drive. Look at that. These missions are goofy, but they're always kind of fun. These repair a rover on the surface of something. They have their creations are interesting. I suspect too I don't have to get right at it. I suspect once I'm close enough, it'll suddenly just give me the contract. Speaking of which, where's the contract? Right there. Keep an eye on that. Electricity is doing fine. Those fuel cells are doing their job, and you can see they're just sipping on the liquid fuel and oxidizer that's aboard. Heck, I might even drive back once this is done, rather than EVA them both back. I'm gonna Brave going a little faster. Brave going a little faster. It helps that it is pretty, we're not on like the lip of a crater or anything like that. That would be pretty bad. If I roll this thing, the Kerbals are going to have to go out and push it back up on its wheels because I have no reaction wheels. Almost up to 6 meters. There we go. 6 meters per second. You crazy, crazy man. Crazy, crazy man. What's that? Multiplied by 3.6? So that's 340, 40, isn't it? 3.6, yes. So 6 times 3 is 18. 3.6. Yeah. 6 times 36. About 20 kilometers an hour. A little more than that. 22, 23 kilometers an hour. I wouldn't go 22, 23 kilometers per hour in this thing. Up to 7. Oh my gosh. What is that in freedom units? It's 13 miles per hour. All right. Rover's doing pretty good. We'll see what it's like to stop. All right. Fuzzy one's now up to over 8 meters per second, but I'm getting a little scared. We're trying to avoid these rocks. The rocks, by the way, are physics-less. Shoot. I knew it. I was getting stupid, and we broke the antenna. All right. Kerbals everywhere. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, one Kerbal's okay. Where's the other one? First job is Kerbals. The other one's right here. Hello. That was your fault. No, it was Fuzzy. It was or the other one's fault. No, it was Fuzzy One's fault. He was driving. Okay. Let's get over there. We lost the antenna. That doesn't really matter. It's there just for looks. Oh, are you gonna fall on your wheels? That'd be groovy. Oh, it's still going. Okay, it's stuck there right now. I knew that sudden turn was a bad idea. Come on, get up in that seat. Board. Okay, brakes on. Now I have no reaction wheels, so we're going to get the other Kerbal to try and push this over. You knew this had to go with some sort of shenanigans. There had to be some shenanigans. Well, now that the brakes are off, our brakes are on. Actually, I recall the last time I did one of these missions, there were shenanigans. Okay, we're going to try and see if I can just push it like this way. Get on your wheels. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Board. Okay. Zambitis is going, I'm driving. I'm driving now. You have been, your driving privileges have been revoked. And she is taking control. And we are going to go a little bit more calmly. Actually, everything was fine until I tried to turn to avoid the rock, which was completely unnecessary because the rock was physicless. But, you know, it shatters the illusions. All right. Okay, we got 1 kilometer to go. We broke a lot of the stuff on the top, didn't we? We've just kind of cleared the deck. Clean sweep, as it were. Oliver said, I knew it. I can't say I was totally shocked either when that roll happened. No more trying to turn. Okay. We are about 800, getting close to 850 meters away. And again, I'm pretty sure I don't have to get right to it. At some point, it's just going to say you're close enough. I'm just not sure what point that is. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. That's the important part. That's the thing I was the most worried about is, you know, a Kerbal hitting the ground and some sort of physics thing make them go up in a little poof of smoke. That would be disheartening. So far in all of this, knocking on wood, I've only lost 1 Kerbal, and that was pretty early, and that was Jebediah doing things that were... Look at the glassy rocks that are on here. These look great. Just noticing how they're kind of translucent in the light. Okay, here we are. We're 430 meters away. When are you going to give it to me? When are you going to give it to me? And then we're going to do a handbrake turn. Go back. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're going to bring this thing to a complete stop. And then we're going to very carefully turn it around. I'm a little surprised I've not seen it yet. 200 meters away. Oh, why am I hitting the throttle? That's pretty dumb. 100 meters away. Let's start slowing down. Like, seriously? Do I have to be like... There it is! Oh my gosh, finally. You had to get in within 50 meters. Okay, we're going to very slowly bring the speed. We're just very slowly apply the brakes, because this thing will definitely go arse over tea kettle if I put those brakes on too hard. A little bit of a slow motion power slide happening, but that's okay. Okay. Now we're turning around. We're heading back. Okay, contract complete. We can read our message here if we want. What's our message say? Oh, just what we got. 200. Oh wait. Congratulations! Thank you for finishing the Rover. Oh, that's pretty weak. Okay, 273,000 Kerbucks and 4 reputation for me. Delete. Okay, we're heading back. Oh, I know there's very little friction. What is the friction? There's traction control. I don't know if I want to play with these things. The friction control is on auto. Sometimes you can adjust this stuff and actually... Oh, here's the friction control. Can I give my... But, you know, if I get too crazy with that, this thing will still flip over, don't forget. Friction control. Do I give a little bit more friction? That's a little better. That's a little better. I still gotta be careful turning, though, because... that's not going to stop it from flipping over. If anything, it's going to make it even easier to flip it over. Yeah, that's better. A little less sliding. Catch the Kerbals with the lander. What do you mean? Like throw them up in the air and then use the lander to kind of scoop them up? Alright, back to the lander we go. I'm feeling comfortable enough. I was honestly considering after that crash to just simply EVA the Kerbals back. They certainly have more than enough propellant to do that, but we'll bring the Rover back. Now, can we rename this thing? Doesn't look like it. I was wondering, I've never built something like a Rover without there being a control body in there somewhere. Vessel naming, configure vessel naming. Oh, here we go. This is now the finished. It's not unfinished. It's finished, but a bit banged up. There we are. Okay, where's our... Oh, bring the landers to the Kerbals. Yeah, I could have done that. I literally thought you meant shoot the Kerbals up in the air and somehow catch them with the lander. Yeah, I could have brought the Kerbal, but, you know, I don't know. We got this Rover. We can do it this way. This is definitely the easier way. And then what I think I shall be doing is looking at building a little ore scanning satellite and sending it this way. It's honestly something I should have done quite some time ago. Oh, I can delete this. Oh, the waypoint is deleted. Why is this square blinking on me here? I don't know what that is. Alright, about 1 kilometer to go. You know, if I see one of those little formations, we could... nah, we've collected enough science. Again, I've already done the that kind of science. That, what do you ever call it? That breaking ground, Evestone, or whatever it is, greenstone. But I could feed it into the science lab. I think I've honestly done enough of that. Oh, look at the Kerbal. It's a nice view there on the horizon. I'm up to 8 meters per second. Zambinus is getting as brave as Fuzzy One was. Take the fuel from the rover? How? Yeah, there is a little bit of liquid fuel, like 101 Oscar B can worth of fuel in here to feed the fuel cells. But how would I mean, I could literally take the Oscar B and stick it on, but I'm not going to do that. I guess I could stick it on, transfer the fuel, and then I'm not even going to do. Oh wait, whoa, we're almost here. Brakes. Full brakes. Yeah. Here we go again. Whee! But we're here. The heck with it. I don't care. That's a park job. Well done. Where's our lander? There it is. We're going for it. I meant to do that. Where are it going? There it is. We don't care. It's the easier way to get around like this anyway. Who wants a rover on Minmus, for goodness sakes? Whoa! That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Okay, where's the other one? Our upside down rover. Yes! We did bring an engineer. That's how we had a working rover. We have completed that contract. What we need to do now is just simply get these people back. The lander looks a little different with that antenna. I can't dock until that antenna is actually taken off of there, obviously. But it seems like a good place to put it for now. Okay. We have to get ourselves back to the station now. In all of our flapping about, the question is, how much DV do I have? 797 meters per second at delta V. That's fine. But in all of our flapping, I don't want to wait till nighttime. I'm just going to launch. It's all good. We'll make it work. We shall make it work. Okay, we're just going to launch to the north. Engines are good. That is good. We can make this look cool by actually just turning this on. There we go. That's not using up electricity. Good. Okay, going to the north. So, SAS on. That wasn't on last time. Go. Orbit. Okay, getting a weird thing with the engine plumes not working, but I obviously have thrust, so I know they are working. I know it scans for resources, yes. Now it's just like, you know, a spinny thing on the top of the craft. Because anything that spins is always good. It's not doing really anything. I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Like, I think I need CurbNet. No, yeah, I need to have the other antenna up here. And then this works. So this doesn't work right now. Because it needs the... it needs an orbiting satellite to work. Okay, where are we? We got a few minutes ahead of Apoapsis. Lock that onto prograde. I hate that you can't see the engine plumes. That makes it annoying. Okay, so we got quite a plane difference, and that was just from the amount of time Minmus moved while we were doing all of that flapping. But we can make this work. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna try and do this without making getting the orbits to match. So you can see here how far off we are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to, well, first of all, would it be better at this one? Not really. So what we're gonna do is we're going to just pop ahead in orbit. Where's our pop ahead orbit button? Boink. Oh, wow. The next one's gonna be pretty good. Come back a bit. We're gonna make this work. Despite the plane difference, we're gonna make this work. What's the separation down there? 2.7 kilometers. 2.5 to 300 meters, 200 meters. I saw 200 meters. I do a little better than that. Nope, I'm happy with that. 200 meter separation. We got a burn coming up. 9 meter per second burn coming up in 54 minutes. And there's something weird going on with these engines. So what I'm going to try and do is just shut this one down and see if that... Beginning of the stream when I tried to do this and use just the throttle limiter, I don't know, there was something weird going on. I didn't understand it. I think I got solar... Yeah, I'm generating, so we're good. We're good. All right. Oh. Go. We got Kerbal there. We got the moon there. Reminding us of just how far away we are. We can put this on approach. Oh, do I have to collect science? Yes, I do. I do have to collect science. Okay, so I'll have to remind myself to do that. There is science to collect. Again, I'm going to just start a few seconds early and then just not go to full throttle. That looks good. Yeah. So just going on the 4 engines rather than the spark that's in the middle. Well, that's right. Here, use a little RCS, see if I can fine-tune this. 273 meters. Very happy with that. And we'll put the spark back on again. And Zambinis has some science to collect. Don't get bonked by the spinny thing. And all of this science is to be processed in the lab. Take data from there, temperature scan, barometer. Oh, that's the gravity sensor, silly. There's the barometer, and I don't think there's anything here. Nope. Board. Okay. We are going to be there in, oops, 30 minutes. Just spinning it around for the solar panels. That'll do. Now, because we're coming in on a little bit of an angle, actually probably a significant angle, isn't it? Coming in at an angle of almost 30 degrees, we will have more velocity with our target. Our relative velocity with the target will be heavier, but higher, but that's not a big deal, really. I'll keep going till I'm about 2 minutes away. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something weird happened there. Don't like when that happens. When you time warp and that messes up the encounter. Okay, retrograde. Where is... There it is. There you are. Thankfully, it's Minmus Station. That's what we like to see. You can see our relative velocity is 68 meters per second. Because of our plane difference. But we can handle it. Alright, when will they escape the big ball of mint ice cream? I don't know how long I'm going to keep the crew here for. I really don't. Probably for a bit yet, because, like I said, I'm going to bring a base. So the question becomes, do I want to bring down the crew that's at this station now and bring up a new crew for the base? Or do I want to just move the crew from the station down to the base? I don't know. Or leave these guys in the station because they are processing that lab. Science. Probably the smarter thing is just to leave them there. Just bring up a new crew for the base. So they might be here for a while. Cranking through that science. Okay, we're about... Whoops. We're under a minute, I think, right? Just about a minute away. Getting a little closer. Hasn't rendered yet. There, now it's going to render. There. Suddenly you can just see it because it's so big. Alright, we got a lot of velocity to kill off here, so let's get started. I'm just watching my time. For people that are new to doing rendezvous, best number to watch is this time 2. As long as you can push it up or keep it stable, then you're in a very good spot. You're not going too fast. That's why I reduced the throttle. If suddenly you're seeing it's going up quite a bit, you just cut throttle, let yourself get closer. And of course, you're also watching this intersect distance, trying to keep it to a minimum, but you can do that also by just watching the retrograde icon and making sure it's still on the retrograde target icon. Now, like I said, I can't dock because of this. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. Oh, I see my, again, coming right at our docking port. Look at that. That is just lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park beside the station, and we're just going to get Fuzzy One to go out, not like he does in every episode for the last 3 or 4 streams. He's going to go out and he's going to do a little construction. I got to think of where's a good place. Maybe right up here. I don't like this blinky flag that I see. Maybe right up there is a good place for that antenna. Or out here. That looks nice. Nah, I'll put it up here. Up here is good. Okay, I'm just gonna kill... Well, no, we gotta get closer. I want to get close enough that Fuzzy One can just, like, grab this, stick it on there. Move it up as close as we can for him. Try not to scratch the paint. Ooh, we're close enough. Alright. Fuzzy One, get out. Probably as soon as he gets out, he's going to send this thing tumbling anyway. Okay, engineer mode. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Oh, wait, maybe turning it off would be a good idea. Track scanner. Yeah. And we're going to stick it right here. Snap on. Oh, that looks just so good. And then we'll turn it on. Deploy scanner. All right, good stuff. A little bit of salvage. We salvaged off the surface of Minmus. Get you inside. Oh, yeah, turn this off. That can sometimes cause a glitch, I'm told. Ghost Kerbals. Okay, and we got to go back onto the lander. Is this the lander? Yeah. And Zumbinus. No, we can just do this. We can just land. Okay, we're going to control from here. We're going to target this. It already is the target. Okay, we're going to spin this around. I don't know why I have that stupid waypoint blinking at me. It's kind of annoying. I can roll this so the blue is up because I can see up is towards the top of the screen because Minmus is below us. And that will make knowing which way to thrust easier. Not clipping that spinning antenna, no. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. That way. There we go. Ah. All right, so that was, it took two, but you know, the upside from doing it twice was that, you know, I think I collected a lot more science because I collected science that I'm going to bring back to Kerbin with me. And I also collected science that, is going to be processed in the lab, going down to the same place twice. So I'm trying to find a silver lining in messing up and forgetting an engineer that first time. Okay, there we go. We're docked. Aim the camera down here. Where's that aim camera button? There it is. Okay, there should be reaction wheels that I hid in here somewhere because I never really think about this. Oh, I think it's just these. Toggle that torque. There we go. I don't think there are actual reaction wheels. I think there's just one probe body and that's it. Pretty sure. All right, and now there is a bunch of science in here, and I think we're just going to process all of this in the lab. Now, I'm not completely convinced, to get rid of that window, that it will all fit. Because I only have about 635. I only have 115. So there's 110 right there. Oh, there's nothing there, so we're going to trash that one. That's 340. I can't process that. Data, nope. So we'll just keep it. That one we'll trash. As soon as you see that, it's already been processed in the lab. That's why it's that. 280, can't do that. So we'll keep it. 95, I can process that one. There we go. 235, I cannot process that one, so we'll keep it. 190 is too much. Definitely. It has to be well under 100 now. 75 should fit. Beautiful. 190 I can't do. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get Zambinis, though, to take that science and bring it over to the lab. You can squeeze through here. There we go. And board. Okay. Oh, was I looking at science value? Not data. I thought I was looking at the data value, but I could be screwing up. Let me just look at it again. So there are 3 sciences here. This is, oh, is this the science value, not the data value? It's only 38 data. Thank you. It has 190 science, so I can process that. Okay, so good. There we go. This one, lab is full. Oh, it won't. Oh, no. I think I might have screwed up. This one will fit. I think I deleted some that I shouldn't have because I misinterpreted that. This one I don't think I can do. Oh, yeah, because it's full. Okay, now it is full. Thank you. I was looking at the science, not that. So now we're making 10.8 science per day. And we still got some in reserve. We should shut down some engines here. Did they all shut down? Looks like it. Oh, shut that one down. That one shut down. Shut that one down. Shut that one down. Okay, so we're just going to leave these folks up here. They are doing very, very well. We're going to head back. What time is it? Yeah, let's head back and see if we can build ourselves a little probe. So we're going to go back to the Space Center. This is going to be a probe to do a resource scan over Minmus because my next step is going to be to build a base that can do some ore harvesting for me. But until I know where the higher ore concentrations are, I don't want to do that. So that's the purpose of this thing. So I'm going to put in a Probo Dobo Octo probe core. And under science, the thing I want is science, but the thing I want is, if I can find it, I know what you look like. There it is. I gotta unlock it for $4,500. Is the M700 survey scanner. So where'd my pro body go? You're gonna go right on there. Oh, I forgot I got WASD installed in this one. Oh boy. If I hit 5, then it reverts back to the stock one. In my I installed WASD. For those people that don't know, WASD allows you to use WASD to move around, and what's nice about it is that you can zoom right in, like as close as you want, which you can't do with the mouse wheel. The downside of it is that I don't know, I got over a decade's worth of muscle memory that is messing me up. Okay, so anyway, this is the scanner we're going to use. Let's put on some reaction wheels. And we're going to put this into a polar orbit of Minmus. It's going to need some batteries. Does it say anything? I find typically these things don't tell you how much electricity they use when they do the scan. Or at least they often don't. Where is it? Where are you? Why are you so hard to find? Does it talk about electricity? So my default oh, electric charge is half a charge per second. Okay. Okay, that's not so bad. When it's running. I think you got to do an initial scan and it takes quite a bit. Let's see. Just thinking. Let's put battery under here. Let's put these solar panels here. So it'll look like that when it's out like this. And I think I want more batteries than that, but I'm gonna just do that with doing this. I'm gonna flip them upside down for no apparent reason. Put 8 of them in here, like so. And then we're gonna remove the symmetry on this one because it's clipping with the solar panel. And then remove the symmetry on that one for the same reason. So that gives me what, 805 electric charge. I think that should be fine. Now I got to think about a budget. And thankfully I do write these things down. I put them on a whiteboard that's far away and had to pull out, so that's why my voice got a little funny there. But the transfer to Minmus is 930 meters per second. The Minmus capture is 150, and the fact that it's a polar capture and the fact that it's, you know, at a different altitude than low, it doesn't make a huge difference. So that gets me 1080. We'll do some happy rounding, 1200, add on about another 1000 to deal with the upper part of the orbital insertion. So I'm looking at, before I put on my lifter, about 2200 meters per second. That's my budget. Now what I think, now let's just make that the budget. Let's just do that. So let's start with a fairing here. Can I get all of this under a 2.5 meter fairing? I think, well, obviously not when this is deployed. Retract that, retract these. Well, that doesn't look good. I don't like that. Whoops. Flip around that way. I think that looks a little better. Okay. You forgot to put on a decoupler. No. This is all just going to be one big thing. This is the whole thing's going to go there. I'm not going to just detach this little thing. No. Let's see. What if I just did, we'll start simple. No, we're going to just build. Did I stick reaction wheels in there? I can't remember. This is where WASD comes in. You can go in here and you can just W in there. Yes, there are reaction wheels. You know, and then when I was in the stock tools, like I only can go in, like if you hold shift, that's as far as it lets me go in. So anyway, spark engine. What's that? That's already a ton of delta V. What did I say? 2200? Okay. Might even go a little bit smaller. Let me think. What if? So that was this one. Oh no, I'm getting into some dumb ideas. That's already a small. I know what I'll do. Just to do something a little different than just simply sticking on a can is if I use these fellas. And I use these ones. Okay, 6 seems to clip, so we'll do that. That's 1600. That's 25. What if this is on 6-way symmetry? What if I made these on 3-way symmetry? It'll still look rather symmetric, I think, like that. No, those are 4-way symmetry, you ding dong. How about 2-way symmetry? What if I go all 3-way symmetry? Like that. Come on, don't be like this. 2186. And how big's an Oscar B? 225. Oh dear. The things you do just to try and do something. Alright, so what? It's overbuilt. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll just go with this. I'm okay with that. You know, I probably then don't need... Let's go back to four-way symmetry. And two-way symmetry. Well, that's still 6, you big dink. I had 6 before. 4 and 2 make 6. I knows math. So if I'm going to go with 6, you're better off just with... It's going to be this way, aren't you? Fine, I'll sort it out later. Then I'm going to just take out some of this. What did I say, 22? 2263, a little more than that. Alright, I'm fine. 23. And this can go up. Oh, they snap off. And these can go, excuse me, a little bit sideways here. There we are. And a little up. I'm okay with that. We all want to see make a moon base and a space station. I've got a space station. I don't have a moon base, but I'm working on my Minmus base. So there we go. I do have a station about the moon that we haven't looked at in a long time. All right. Am I missing anything? I told myself I was going to make notes and make a checklist, and did I ever make such a checklist? No, of course not. Is there no checklist that I made? Did it? Put notes here. All right, let's think about this. Told myself I was going to make a checklist, so because I keep forgetting things. I got the electricity. I got electrical generation. Oh, antennas. See, I told you. I told you. I told you I'd forget something, but I didn't forget something. I remembered it. Antennas. Where are we gonna put you? Right about. Can I put it here? Is that okay? Extend that, and then deploy that. That doesn't look funny. I don't think it looks funny. Track that. I got different colors for these balls, right? I got the silver, and then I got the shiny gold, and then I got the shiny silver. We'll go shiny silver. Shiny silver balls. I think it's alright. And will a fairing go around all this business? Build a fairing. My TWR is fine. Sure, of course it's going to go around. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. Absolutely wonderful. This is a Minmus resource scanner. Okay, and we're going to put this on the shiny fairing because for whatever reason it doesn't come off right when it's not shiny. Now I don't like the lumpy balls. You know what? Why do I have the fairing here? Let's take the fairing off. Let's delete the fairing. I got a new plan again. Fairing comes off. This gets attached to here, and then the fairing's going to go on the bottom there. That's a better plan. That looks so much better. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I do that right from the beginning? Okay, now I do need a decoupler. The TD-060 decoupler will do nicely. Now that'll go down. It's a bigger fairing, but it will look better. Okay. Clamshell deploy. 3 sides. Bunch of force. Check your staging. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay, now we need to get a lifter. And the total DV budget for this particular mission. I'm just, again, adding stuff up on the calculator. And getting 4,800. Close enough to 1,000 meters per second. And I think I can get to that just with, like, no big fuel cans, little fuel cans, like you. Might need a little more than you. Maybe you. You. Swivel engine. Swivel might be one of my favorites. So I'm looking at, that's already too big. 4,800, maybe close to 5 just to be on the safe side. That's beautiful. I love that. And a little bit of aerodynamic stability down here at the bottom. And bring this down. Let's stick in some reaction wheels because I can. Okay. Turn down the thrust to weight ratio. We have a nice, comfortable launch. I think all this is great. Launch clamps. Motor on the bottom. Boomity 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 boom. Okay, let's get into action groups. On action group 5, we're going to deploy that fairing. On action group 0, oh, I didn't put any blinky lights on it. On action group 0, we're going to deploy these solar panels and the antenna. And that's it. And then we're going to put on some blinky lights. That means I can take this out of the staging. Move it up to the top. Take the staging out. Okay, and blinky light. What time is it? What time is it? Yeah, let's put on some blinky lights. Just obligatory blinky lights. Where am I going to stick you guys? Right down here. This here. And then you can, this is on the 3-way symmetry. Because the rest of this is kind of 3-way-ish symmetry. We're going to put you shiny. Shiny. We're going to make you like an amber light. This isn't going to be a big complicated light. We're going to put the blink on. We're going to turn the blink down to ½ a second. Just to give some blinkiness down there. And you know what I'm also going to do? See what this looks like. Should I just use these? I think I might just use these. Tuck them up like this. And these are just going to be white. They're just going to come on. And they're just to kind of light up that kind of cavity. At least I think. At least I hope that's what they're going to do. Tuck them up a bit. Alright, that's good enough. Save it. And Mike Aben, why do you need blinky lights? I don't get why you put them on every single craft. What do you have against blinky lights, my man? Oh my gosh. Why on earth wouldn't you want blinky lights? You gotta have blinky lights. Okay, let's go. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Let's go. Let's go. Launch. No blinky lights. No, I'm only kidding. Of course, you don't have to put blinky lights on it, but I don't know. I like blinky lights, especially when you're on the night side of things and it's a video and gives something. Sometimes it can get pretty dark. But I like them anyway. All right. Let's see. We are doing a night launch. Let's get rid of all of this schmuckle there. And we are targeting Minmus. Set that as a target. And according to Kerbal Engineer, we are 2 hours and 13 minutes away from, which will put us around here. So shortly after sunrise, it looks like to me, we're going to be in the right spot. And we're going to need to launch towards the south, from what I can see. So let's do a little time warping, get this launch out of the way, and call this. Now we still do have, it's still 4 days away from my, where's my other probe? Maybe I should take a look. There's my other probe coming back. Oh, wow, it's still out here. Oh, well. That's, don't need to worry about him. It goes off. Okay, so I'm looking over here. Kerbal Engineer makes this easy. You want to launch when you are underneath Minmus's orbit. And Kerbal Engineer gives you that by telling you the time to the relative ascending node once you've selected it as a target. But you can eyeball it too. It works. It's not hard to eyeball. Yeah, it's going to be right around a sunrise launch. And I am going to the south. I certainly am. Okay. Whoa, I overdid it. Let's go. This is what I always do. And I see a thunderstorm going. I'm a menace when it comes to time warp. So I overcooked it. I went a little bit past. But we'll force the situation. It's all good. I hear thunder over that way. Very dark skies over there. You can see how all the clouds are blank. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so heading to the south, 6 degrees, so about 97 degrees heading. Ish. Lock that on prograde. I'm going to just watch this thunderstorm. Look at, like, you can see the clouds and then the shape of the cloud there. Look at 97 right on the button. That's great. Boom. Boom. I love it. I love thunderstorms. Oh! I think I'm pitching over just a little bit too quickly. That looks amazing. Back on there. Right over that. See, that's it. I over time warped it. But I probably wouldn't have had this great view of that thunderstorm if I launched at the right time. So that made it worth it, right? Somewhere down there is still that thunderstorm. And of course, it's about a 50-50 shot of late whether I have forgotten something catastrophic or overlooked something. As I build these, especially when I build them at the end of the stream, I'm always like, I'm way too rushing it. I saw a little bit of lightning down here. Okay, now I'm gonna have to fire off this fairing before I do the next stage. So I have to be aware of that, because the entire next stage is contained inside that fairing. What is my orbital inclination? Oh, shoot, I'm too far. Okay, that's okay. Okay, back to here. All right, let's stage the fairing. And stage. I went a little too far on the inclination because I'm talking too much. And this little guy should do all the rest of it. That is the plan. Okay, what is my inclination? It's a little bit too far that way. So let's see if I can take it off of lock to program, come a little more this way. Try and pull that inclination. Oh, that's it. Oh, now lock to prograde. Perfect, perfect. 6 degrees inclination. Oh, lights. Lights. I put lights on it and didn't turn them on. See, that's why you put on the blinky lights, because of that. because of that. The name's pronounced Aben, like the letter A. I get Aben a lot, which is sort of funny because the name is Dutch, and my parents both came from Holland after the war, and there it's pronounced Aben, and when, you know, my dad, obviously that's his name, came over, everybody was saying Aben, Aben, Aben. Like, I don't know, that was just the way to pronounce it. Now people are a little bit more cognizant of foreign sounding names, and they give it a shot, and they say Aben a lot, or Aben. Aben's what you get. It's actually Aben, but my dad just went with Aben. Yeah, sure, it's Aben. So I'm Aben. So it's kind of funny. I mispronounced my own last name. Oh, thank you, Max. Give me a like for my stupid life story. It wasn't like my whole life. Whole life was there. Okay, what are we doing? How we doing? Our apoapsis is up at around just over 71 kilometers. We're doing absolutely fine. We are very close to being just in space, but I think we're close enough. Yeah, I'll wait till I'm officially above the 70 kilometers. That's not a bad looking rocket. Bad looking little probe. Periapsis is already in the positives. Here, I can push the 0 on that, deploy everything. Okay, that is 80. How's my science? I just realized too, I've been 708 science. I really should look to see if there's anything I can unlock. Okay, just got to give a little bit of a puff. My apoapsis is just over 52 kilometers, so I just want to give a little bit of a puff to circularize this. I'm probably a little bit off because I launched a little late. 0.3 degrees, that's not bad. It's fine. I did launch a little bit late because I over time warped, but I just wanted to go for it. And that was just because I knew all of you would want to see that thunderstorm. Okay, 2 minutes. Wow, long way to my apoapsis here. Okay, stop the time warp. Lock there. Okay, 5 seconds. I'll start a couple of seconds before, but it's not going to take too much to... There we go. 80 by 80 are darn near close enough. So there we are. This is ready to head towards Minmus. But I'm looking at the time of the stream and I'm thinking this will probably be a good time to end it. So at the beginning of the next stream next week, we'll send this on its way to Minmus. We'll deal with our little science probe. Probably start thinking about the design for a Minmus resource gathering base. But all of that is going to have to be for the next stream. So in the meantime, thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody watching this at a later date. Extra special thank you to my patrons and YouTube members who directly support the channel, and everybody who indirectly supports this channel by chatting, coming to the live streams, commenting, liking, subscribing, and most recently, if you see the hype button, it's a little weird how it works, but if you see it and you want to hype the video, by all means, feel free to do that. But in the meantime, have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.